and that it would be really hard or impossible to recreate this. So instead of trying to build it on his own, he's partnering with Drip, and the way that it works is when people use BNB or BUSD to buy these celebrity NFTs, that BNB or BUSD buys Drip off the market and stakes it in the faucet on a back-end contract. And now it takes a percentage of the Drip that is being earned through this staked capital and paying out to the NFT holders a little bit of Drip at a time for owning one of these celebrity NFTs. So this is going to bring in a massive wave of capital that is completely separate from like the super DeFi heads that are part of Drip now, and really gets a mainstream type of exposure to the people that are buying these celebrity NFTs and are more into that side of the game. So this is another major partnership that is going to change the game and is tied into Drip. We have a bunch of other things that's going on with Drip as far as partnerships, new use cases, new utilities. We have a roadmap that.
All right, guys, it's your boy Crypto Magnet coming to you guys with a quick video. And today we're at the AMA with Forex Chart. And if you're new to this channel, hit that like and subscribe button, comment below. But today we're talking about the Drip Network in the Animal Farm, which is a project coming out of the Forex Sharks ecosystem. And if you don't know what the Drip Network it is a phenomenal ecosystem that's helping people generate 1% daily value of their ROI. If you don't know, the links will be posted below. You definitely want to jump on part of the Drip Network. None of this is financial advice, but this token is going to explode with all the real life value that is behind this ecosystem. So if you're coming across this video, do your best to do your due diligence. But again, Drip Network, Drip token, the information will be posted below. I just dropped 2 videos on it. And it is exploding. Yesterday, $101 million market cap. Today, $130 million market cap. Projected to hit well over the billions and continue this rise as you really understand and get to understand this ecosystem. So let's dive back into it. Forex Chart is talking, and this video is literally so you guys can listen and see how much real value is in this ecosystem.
Pre-sale today. So yeah. So if you have questions about that, let's get it going.
Yeah. Let me ease my guys in here. There's 600 viewers right now, so I want to ease them into this because they're about to get insanely mind blown. All right. So
listen.
Forex, you guys developed Drip. Or it was like April last year, right? Forex.
Exactly.
So he developed Drip last year. Then he wanted to partner with a farm and couldn't find anyone to meet his needs. So what he did was he created the Manor Farm, which was like a 14-day period to build RED tokens. 14 days to build RED tokens, which you guys will be able to use to purchase dog and pig for the Animal Farm. Guys, Drip hasn't even been out for a year yet. And Forex was like, you know what? I'm gonna just start cranking out some projects here, and show me another developer, show me another founder that has done something like this. This is absolutely insane. Okay, so the animal farm, and I'm gonna let Forex take it from here. Is imagine getting a part ownership of pancakeswap. Imagine being a part owner of 𝙭𝘂𝗁𝘁. This is what he is developing for everyone to be a part of, which is the Animal Farm. Go ahead, Forex.
Okay. Yeah, so we did the Animal Farm, which, we're about to launch the Animal Farm to raise capital for the Animal Farm, because the Animal Farm has a BUSD dividend payout as well as a aggressive buyback functionality. We needed to raise up a starting seed of BUSD. And the way we did this was through something called the Manor Farm. And for those who are a fan of Orwell, you may recognize the Manor Farm and the Animal Farm from his book, Animal Farm. So the way that the Animal Farm book goes, the narrative is, there are animals who are part of a farm that get their labor and their capital exploited. And they're getting exploited by centralized ownership, who is the farmer, the owner of the farm. So they decide to have a revolution and take ownership of the farm on their own. And when this ownership is decentralized and the owners are now the participants, they have an immediate sense of pride, a sense of ownership, and their production rate and the return that they're seeing from their labor capital is exponentially appreciated. And I wanted to take this same spirit and put it into yield farming and lending. So the reason why I say yield farming and lending is because this is the first protocol that marries the two of them together, both yield farming and lending. And that's extremely powerful, and I'll get into why that's so powerful. But you mentioned the Rev token. Now, that has passed. So we had a 14-day period where people could buy the Rev token off the market. At the end of the 14-day period, we then captured all of that BUSD, which was used to buy the Rev token, put it into a vault, millions of dollars, and now the people that held those Rev tokens could get into the pre-sale of the animal farm. Now, some might be thinking, if you did an essentially unlimited pre-sale raise and people who were able to buy in, could buy as much as they want essentially, didn't you eat up some of the demand that otherwise would have bought at listing? And the answer to this is no, because we used an innovative protocol that we developed, and instead of that built up demand and built up capital going into the price at listing, which is what traditional pre-sale raises would do, we captured that millions of dollars worth of demand, 2 weeks worth of built up demand, and that's going to go to buying back the dog and pig tokens after listing and pay BUSD rewards to stakers of the dog and pig token after listing. So instead of eating up the demand in pre-sale that otherwise would be buying at listing, we captured all that demand over a 2-week period and then are using it in the form of the built-up capital, millions of dollars with the BUSD, to then execute that demand on the price of the dog and pig token after listing to appreciate the price. So it's starting out with a small market cap and a relatively small liquidity pool. That way, there's no inhibitions on its ability to grow after launch. And then we execute that demand in the form of buybacks of the dog and pig tokens after listing to not only add that buy pressure through buying the dog and pig tokens, but also remove those dog and pig tokens from circulation. So all of the dog and pig tokens that are bought from the animal farm through these buyback protocols are sent to a burn address where they are forever removed from circulation. So at this point, the only way that you can get into the L2 is by a extremely limited BUSD raise that we're about to have the whitelisting for in the Animal Farm Telegram group when I get out of this interview, or by buying directly off the market when we list. And we're launching next Tuesday, right? Next Tuesday at 11 a.m. EST. So we are the first protocol to launch with millions of dollars already put aside to pay out both a sustainable and high yield BUSD dividend and millions of dollars already put aside to buy our underlying assets, our core tokens, after the launch, after the listing. And because of this, we're going to see price appreciation for these underlying assets like we've never seen before in crypto. And before I get into the major functionality mechanics of the farm itself, getting past the pre-sale launch phase, let me just say why they're called the dog and pig tokens. In the animal farm, in that novel, you had the pigs who are more intelligent than the rest on the farm, and they became the new owners of the farm. And you had the dogs who were at the right-hand side of the pig, who acted as their power mechanic, right? They used those to keep control ownership of the farm.
Mhm.
And we have the same mechanism in the animal farm, where the only way that you can earn the pig tokens, apart from buying them off the market, is by utilizing your dog tokens to either pair them with BUSD or BNB to farm the pig tokens, or staking your dog tokens in a single asset pool to farm the pig tokens. The pig tokens represent your share ownership of the platform, and they can be staked. And when you stake those pig tokens, your share of that staking pool represents your share ownership of the platform. And you're going to get all of the fees, all of the taxes, and all of the capital that is generated in revenue from the system, from the underlying mechanics of the system, paid out to you in a BUSD dividend model every day, block after block, in a sustainable, high yield fashion, right? So we are the first protocol that allows you to be the owner of the protocol and earn as the owner of the protocol through the deposit fee and through the taxes associated with the dog token when it's traded. And as you grow your ownership of the protocol and you grow your net worth, you can then leverage it through our lending protocol and earn dividends. So when we look at how the super wealthy generate their wealth and how they protect their wealth, it isn't by selling equities. It isn't by selling their assets. It's by accumulating high-performing assets, growing their net worth, leveraging it, and living off the dividends that underlying assets, those underlying equities, provide for them. And for the first time, we are giving that kind of financial power to the participants of the network themselves, allowing them to be the owners and have the same kind of financial power that industry leaders and producers of disruptive technology products have received in traditional markets, only through the super wealthy, right? Those that are the industry leaders. So it has the two most important mechanisms when it comes to building wealth. The dividend model, which is generated both through deposit fees. Now, when you deposit capital onto the animal farm, there's a 4 to 6% deposit fee. 6% on pools, 4% on farms. This deposit fee is then turned into BUSD. So whatever tokens you're depositing, that fee from it, the 4 to 6%, is turned into BUSD. And this BUSD is then paid out to the owners of the platform. Those are the pig stakers. The dog token has a tax associated with it, where 3% of every dog token that is transacted is turned into BUSD and sent to the pig staking protocol. There's an additional 3% tax that goes to adding liquidity to the dog token. And the way it does this is another major innovation. If you look at how other products add liquidity through a tax protocol and a token, what they do is they sell a portion of the token every time someone transacts it for BUSD or BNB or whatever they want to use as a liquidity pair. Then they pair that token and send it to the liquidity pool. We never bake in sell pressure into our protocols. So out of this deposit fee that people pay when they deposit onto the animal farm, 75% of the deposit fee is sent to the governance stakers, the people who are staking pigs, the participants that are now the owners of the protocol. The other 25% goes into a vault and is used to pair with the dog token every time someone transacts. So not only is it adding liquidity, blocking and decentralizing that liquidity, which raises the potential price floor and the hardness of the price and the security of the protocol as a whole every time someone transacts the dog token, it's also baking in buy pressure every time someone transacts it, because it's taking fresh BUSD and pairing it with the dog token every single time someone transacts it, appreciating the price. Now, when someone sells the dog token, there's an additional 3% tax that is only on selling. And what this does is it sends that dog token, that 3%, to a burn address. The same burn address that the dog and pig tokens go to when a buyback happens. And these tokens are sent to a burn address, removed from circulation forever, can never be recovered. And this allows the dog and pig tokens to become truly deflationary assets. And this is the first yield farm lending protocol that pays you out an APY in both deflationary assets and a high yield BUSD.
Hope you guys are watching.
You know, people might be wondering, how could you possibly have a deflationary farm reward token, right? It has to be emitting tokens to pay out the reward. How could you have a deflationary farm reward token? And this is due to both the different forms of cash flow and tax protocols, which are buying the tokens and removing them from circulation, and something that we innovated, another major first mover functionality in our decentralized dynamic supply control algorithm. And this is an algorithm that we developed that is designed to look at the current demand for the dog and pig token, the underlying assets, and based on this demand and based on where the price is between all-time low and all-time highs, determines the emission rate efficiency. So, when the price of the dog and pig tokens are at all-time highs and the demand is at all-time highs, this emission rate efficiency is at 25% over a pegged emission rate. This peg was determined by looking at thousands of other protocols, doing a case study on all of these other yield farms out there, and determining what emission rate is sustainable, but is also attractive, more attractive for those to hold the yield, to farm and stake the token to earn yield, as opposed to just be a holder or a trader of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we looked and we found there are a very small handful of yield farms out there that are able to maintain price stability or price appreciation, even though their protocols are significantly less than ours. They don't have nearly the functionality or the utility of ours, but they're still able to see price stability or even price appreciation. And the reason for this is because they picked an emission rate that was always attractive for people who are holders to get into the farms and to get into the pools as stakers, more so than just being holders or traders. But it's not inflating at such a rate to cause price depreciation. So we used this rate as our peg because we knew it was sustainable. When the price is at all-time high and the demand is at all-time high, we emit the dog and pig tokens at 25% over this rate. This ensures that not only are we sustainable and we see price performance, price appreciation, we're also paying out an APY that is higher than any of the other sustainable yield farms in the space. Now, if we were to have a price correction and the demand for the token was to wane, because no matter how good you build a protocol, there's always going to be some price corrections at some point. Our dynamic supply control algorithm sees this and is able to adjust the emission rate using a decentralized hard-coded protocol. This isn't developers in the background turning knobs and pressing buttons. This is the hard-coded algorithm, which is looking at the current demand and the current price between all-time and all-time low, and when there's a wane there, it reduces the emissions, shrinking the supply, now allowing for the current demand for the token to cause price appreciation. Because there are two factors that go into price appreciation, or price action in general, and that is supply and demand. We're able to control the supply side of that calculation to allow for price appreciation in any market conditions at any measure of demand. Now, when we see this price appreciation due to the restriction of supply, the demand is now increased, the price is now higher, and the emission rate will now increase back up to 25% over this peg, and now be at a maximal emission efficiency. Now, if the price was to do a 50% or greater correction, the emission rate will adjust to be 25% below this peg, and now it's emitting tokens at a rate that is less than the rate at which it is removing those tokens from circulation.
There's about 1,100 people who are on this
which are
right
buying
now.
the dog and pig tokens directly off the market and removing them from circulation.
So those tuning in, we're right now listening to the Forex Shark, the creator of Drip Network and the Mainer Farm, and what he's doing is telling people what to expect with this upcoming project, and also how the real-life utility behind Drip Network will benefit this upcoming project. It's printing millionaires overnight. Drip Network, if you're just joining, $100 million plus market cap, and it's only going to continue to rise just because of how that ecosystem is built. So for those who don't know, Forex Shark is a legend in this field, literally helping people become financially stable, and he's continuing to do it with an upcoming project where you will be able to be a part of the pre-sale and to own the protocol, similar to if you had a chance to own pancakeswap before pancakeswap became pancakeswap, Uniswap, and the list goes on, whatever type of swap. So shout out to Forex Shark, and guys, continue to tune in. I'm gonna turn it back up.
Capital that is on the animal farm, and it stakes it in PancakeSwap. It lends it out to PancakeSwap using collateral rehypothecation to earn an additional 30 to 40% APY on top of the APY and the BUSD dividend and the price appreciation that you're getting exposure to and that you're benefiting from on the platform itself. This 30 to 40% APY is then used for three functions. It's buying the dog and pig tokens directly off the market, which again is another cash flow, which is earning 30 to 40% APY on hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars, and using that to buy the dog and pig tokens and removing them from circulation, sent to a burn address where they could never be recovered, shrinking the supply of the dog and pig tokens, creating price appreciation. It's also used to pay for a consistent, high-budget marketing campaign that will allow us to expose this massive opportunity to the overall market at the same kind of rate and using the same tools that major exchanges have and major traditional market companies have. So we're providing the kind of utility that has not been yet made available in the DeFi space or traditional markets, period. And we have a high budget, sustainable marketing, seed that we can use to get exposure for it, because no matter how great of a technology you build, if the wider audience and the wider investor base do not hear about it, it's not going to go anywhere. We have the kind of budget network community to put it in the forefront of crypto and in markets in general. And then the last 10% of capital that is being generated through this lending on the back end goes to pay development and gas fees. So there's all these additional transactions that are happening. The tax protocol, the BUSD dividends paid out, the deposit fees, which are being turned into BUSD, the collateral rehypothecation, which is sending the tokens to pancakeswap, which pancakeswap is the lowest risk lending protocol, decentralized lending protocol you can get on pancakeswap. And it pays a higher yield and is safer than any kind of centralized lending protocol as well in the space. So it's the best of both worlds. And I know you need to go soon, so I'm kind of concentrating as much information as I can at once.
I got probably 15 minutes tops, but I'd love to recap this because I'm looking at my comment section. We have about 1,100 people in this Telegram, and we have about a nice 600 on my chat. And everyone's absolutely just exploding. So yeah, go ahead. We'll recap for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, and what it's doing, so there's all these additional transactions that are going on in the back end, and that would be very expensive from a gas perspective. Now, gas is relatively cheap on BSC, so when I talk about expensive for BSC, I'm talking a few dollars, $3, $4 maybe. But we were able to keep those gas prices way down, like a few cents, lower than any other platform out there, by taking a portion of this yield that's generated on the back end. It gets sent to a contract, which then is used to subsidize the gas fees that are paid to do all these additional transactions. And this keeps the gas costs low as well. So those that don't have a lot of capital don't need to pay dollars every time they want to compound their earnings back into the system. They're going to have to pay a couple cents. And that's because we're subsidizing these gas fees with some of the additional yield that we're generating on the back end. And we're the first protocol to introduce all of these massive, game-changing dynamics and functionality to the space. Now, the reason why I call the PIG token a governance model is not just because it allows you to earn as the owner of the protocol, it also gives you a say on the future of the protocol. So there are other governance protocols that allow you to vote on, specific measures that may go into future development or opportunities in the space. The way that they do it is you need to hold a specific amount of the tokens in order to vote, and every token you hold is a vote. We're not doing it that way because we don't want to open the door to have people that just bought yesterday and are going to sell the day after to be able to have a major say in the future of the platform. In our protocol, you need to be a long-term staker in the protocol to have your vote. And this is ensured by the fact that we have a harvest lockup. And the harvest lockup is both a sustainability but also a security measure because it prevents risks such as flash loan attacks, where in a flash loan attack, you need to borrow the funds, do whatever kind of transaction you're going to do, and pay back the funds in the same block. Having a harvest lockup that goes longer than a few blocks prevents this kind of attack from being viable. So it's not only a major security functionality there, it also ensures that the platform is that much more sustainable, but also those who have a say in the protocol from the governance standpoint are longer term members and stakers of the protocol. The ones that have a true stake in the platform are who gets a say on the future of the platform. Now, L2, right? When I say L2, I mean the dogs, the pigs, the core contracts. Those are immutable and will not be changed. The governance protocol allows people to vote on the addition of future options and the evolution of new opportunities in the space. And one example of this is a vault option. So the first layer that will be added, that will be able to be voted on, is a vault type system. What this is a system that allows us to partner with other development teams who want to get exposure and the utility of our platform and the massive co-promotion benefit of the platform. And what they're able to do is give over a portion of their total supply, which we can then use as rewards for our vaults. And now, when people pair our core tokens with their core token, and put it into the vault, they now earn a share of the total supply of our partner's token. So it allows us to have more options, more investment and staking and farming options without creating without releasing more dog and pig tokens into the circulating supply, because those rewards are coming from our partners' tokens. And it's further incentivizing people to remove the dog and pig tokens from the market and add to the liquidity pool by rewarding them in our partners' tokens for removing those dog and pig tokens by staking them with our partners' token. I don't believe in crowd rule. I do believe in the power of the hive mind and the say of the participants of a network. But when it comes to financial opportunities, crowd rule will almost always go with the option that is going to pay out the most short-term gains, the highest payment in the short term relative to whether it's sustainable for the long term, it's secure, or basically at all costs. So what we do is we have a protocol that allows anybody to vote and submit proposals. Those proposals then go up in front of the development team who looks at it and audits it, says, is this sustainable for the long term? Is this beneficial for existing holders? Will this bring in new capital? Is this filling a demand that is not being filled? Is this solving a current problem or current issue in the DeFi place? And if it checks all boxes, then it goes in front for the final vote, which is only made available to those who are staked in the governance protocol with their pig tokens. And if they have these pig tokens staked, then for every pig they have staked equals one vote on whether we move forward with the protocol. And it's the greatest governance protocol designed yet, right? I believe it is the best possible way you could design a governance protocol, and we're making that available as well. So we have a massive first mover advantage here, and when you look at what the owners of a first mover product earn, not through selling those tokens that they own, not through dumping these assets on the market, but through growing their share ownership by living off the dividend model, either provided in traditional markets through a dividend, a traditional like equity dividend, or through platform fees and associated taxes. They earn hundreds of billions, if not billions of dollars. And this is the same exact opportunity that we are now giving to the participants of our platform. And this is the first time ever this kind of financial power is being given to the participants of a platform. It checks both boxes, right? It allows you to grow your share net worth and your share ownership of the platform and grow your capital. And as your capital grows and the price of dog and pig tokens grow, you're then leveraging your underlying capital through the lending protocol at very low risk while earning a BUSD dividend that you can then use to compound back into the system or live off of. And this is the exact model that the super wealthy use to accumulate, grow, and protect their wealth. And now it's available to you. And the only way that you'll get this from the ground floor is by whitelisting for the BUSD raise, but it's extremely limited. Less than 1% of those who whitelist will actually get in. But it's still worth trying because 1% of thousands of people is still a significant amount of people. And by buying the dog and pig tokens off the market on Tuesday, which everybody here will have an opportunity to do. And you're going to want to buy at launch because you're going to want to have your dog and pig tokens in the staking protocol before that huge wave of TVL comes in and that huge spike in volume of the dog and pig tokens happens, because you're going to get your share of all that TVL and all those tax volumes paid out to you as an owner of the protocol in the form of BUSD through staking your pigs and through accumulating and growing your share of pigs by farming them both with drip BUSD, dogs BUSD, dog BNB, and dogs. The dog single asset pool has the lowest, reward in pigs paid out because it's less beneficial to the platform than people that add liquidity to it. Now the highest is paid out in the dog BUSD. That's going to pay out the highest amount of pigs. Dog BNB second highest. Drip BUSD is above the dog single asset, but below dog BNB and dog BUSD. So Drip is the only protocol or the only pair on the animal farm that is treated and gives you the benefit of a core token or a core farm without being one of the core farms and core tokens. And you have that opportunity to buy Drip now and add liquidity to Drip through our Drip Liberation protocol that allows you to do it tax-free and at the best possible price by either going to drip.community and buying it off the market, or going to themanor.farm and sending BUSD to the Drip Liberation contract, which you can access there, which will add liquidity for you. It's as easy as just sending the BUSD, and it sends you back the Drip BUSD LP token at the best possible price, because it's a DEX aggregator that we developed. It's a proprietary DEX aggregator that looks at where you will get the best value and you will get the most Drip for your money, and that's where it buys it for you, whether it's on our native DEX or pancakeswap, and it pairs it for you tax-free. This is your opportunity to prepare yourself by getting your BUSD ready for the pre-sale and then launch, and getting your Drip token right now and pairing that Drip token with Drip BUSD on the Drip Liberation contract. That's accessible either on drip.community or themanor.farm. It's accessible on both. Don't miss this opportunity. I have people coming to me all the time saying, I wish I got into Drip. I wish I got into Reap. I wish I got into BREBet listing. I wish I got in a pre-sale. Look at the first token I ever launched, Reap. It's 2 years old now. It's up over 7,000x. We just hit all-time high 2 days ago. That's because when I build a new product, it's with the thought of how can I add on to the existing ecosystem, which raises all ships. It's never, well, I'm moving on to the next project. It's always, how can I develop that will add to the existing ecosystem? And because of this is why Drip's hitting all-time high. BREAP, all-time high. Reap, all-time high. All of my projects, all of my tokens out there, all-time high, right now, all at the same time, because they know we have a new product coming, and it's going to raise all ships. And it's a massive opportunity, specifically getting into Drip BUSD right now, because you're going to be able to get that value locked in at the price of Drip right now, as opposed to what it is after the launch of the animal farm, which is going to be significantly higher, because there's going to be that much more demand for it after the launch of the animal farm. So take advantage of this. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This is your turn to start from whatever amount of capital you have and earn off it the way that only the super wealthy can earn off their capital. And I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Jay. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me with them. I know you have 5 minutes left, so I want to. You're doing a great service to your community, giving them exposure to this product at such an early stage, and Drip as well. Drip is super, super early, right? We're just getting to the phase now where we're starting to add that strong utility and those strong partnerships, and we have dozens of other high value and very, very strong crypto platforms out there that are waiting in line right now to partner with both Drip and the animal farm. And we're actually about to put an application form on both the animal farm and the Drip website that will allow other teams to fill out an application. This way, I'm not missing them, because I get so many DMs every day from different developers and potential partners. Thank you so much.
Oh man, listen, thank you. I'm gonna recap this for my people, but listen, Forex, everyone here, Bartertown, thank you so much for this opportunity, man. I've been so stoked since I've kind of ran into this project, and I've been such a big fan ever since. And my team under Drip has just been so passionate, because like I said, when I'm talking about other projects, it's because I've invested in it, it's because I've done the research on it. But of course, like I said, you'll always have other people kind of on the fence. So you gave me this opportunity to people got to hear it from you, and I think anyone else who has questions can obviously just reach out to me. But thank you again, thank you so much, Forex.
Problem. I want to encourage people to come to our Telegram group if you can. If you want to post it in the chat or in your description, so people can easily find us. Because today's a big day. Today is when we put out the whitelisting form for the pre-sale. So people are going to want to be in both the Drip Telegram group and the Animal Farm Telegram group. Our Twitter is drip.community. You can find me if you just search Forex Shark on Twitter, Forex_Shark. And the website, right now, themanor.farm, that's where you can use the Drip Liberation contract to prepare for the Animal Farm. The Animal Farm website is completely finished, and I just have to add, basically do a proofread. I have one of our workers proofread the text on the front page, the home page, and that will be finished today. We're going to get the animal.farm site up today, and I would just encourage people to visit the animal.farm, the manor.farm, drip.community, and our Telegram groups that I'm sure you'll post in the chat and in the details. And thanks again. I don't want anybody to be talking in a couple weeks saying that they wish they got in, because now is your opportunity, and you get very few opportunities like this in life. And in my opinion, this is designed to be an opportunity that has never been presented before, ever, to the participants of our community. And this is your chance to get involved right now from the ground floor.
Yeah. One more question, Forex, because there's a lot of people that have been pitching this and they think this is true. I want everyone to know, right? Forex, Drip, no one has paid me to do this. This is straight out of my passion. This is straight out of me wanting to do this, and I want to share this project with you guys because it's helped me. Forex, have you paid me to do this with you?
No, and this is the great thing about Drip, is not only does it make people very, very excited to talk about it because they realize the opportunity and they want to pass that opportunity on to their following, it also incentivizes people to onboard people through the team building reward structure. And of course, I know you because I've looked at your other videos, and you would have done it without the team building reward structure, just to bring this opportunity and this knowledge to your following. But of course, the reward that you get for the team building is just the cherry on top. And some people wouldn't do it without that, and they do it because not only is it a win-win for your community, they're getting the information, it's a win for you because you're able to provide this great knowledge and make an even more bullish and an even more wealthy following. You're also getting rewarded as a team leader. So it's the best of all worlds.
Absolutely. I love it. Forex, thank you so much, man, and have an awesome night. Thank you again for this opportunity.
You too. Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye.
That's it, guys. The Drip Nation. If you're looking to be a part of a ground floor ecosystem of this upcoming manor farm and the animal farm, you guys got to jump on. Just hearing that made me, you know what, I'm going to sell some of my altcoins, put it in some BUSD, and pair it with the Drip and get the pigs and get all the kits and cool boots. So guys, I just wanted to come to you guys with a not so quick AMA with Forex Shark really printing money for people. And I'm going to get a part of this whitelist, hopefully tomorrow when it drops on Thursday. Today's, Tuesday. But guys, this is a really big opportunity. when a person that you're in an AMA with, gives you access to be on the ground floor of a cryptocurrency, where all the different platforms and projects he's made has made 70,000x, a 7,000x, whatever your investment would be times 7,000. That's a decent ROI. I don't know about you guys, but I'm bullish for this project. I saw the amount that I looked to put in. With a 7,000 ROI. That's over $3.3 million that my return on investment would be. I don't know about you, but $3.5 million is decent for me. But hey, none of this is financial advice. It's your boy Crypto Magnet. Just wanted to come to you guys with a video with AMA, with Forex Chart, talking about the upcoming project that's going to be released Thursday, January 27th, and also next week they'll be launching the 1st of February, making it public to the live. So tomorrow, on Thursday, will be the whitelist, and it will go public on Monday. On Tuesday, February 1st, 2022. So I'm bullish for this project, obviously. I'm going to sell a lot of my tokens, and I'm going to jump in. I'm going to put a decent bag into it and sit back, stake it, and get the ROI that I look for. I definitely see this project becoming very successful. And yeah, I'm bullish for it. I have a decent amount of altcoins that I have. They're doing okay, but nothing as impactful as this one. So I'm going to sell a lot of my altcoins, put it in BUSD, and get prepared for the whitelist to be a part of funding this protocol before it goes public. God willing, I get a part of the whitelist. If I don't, I'm going to get it on the public sale, throw in, sit back, and get it in. So you guys stay tuned. It's your boy Crypto Magnet, and I'll see you guys on the moon. Just wanted to come to you guys. If you guys don't jump into this, it's totally okay. Being financially free is not for everyone. Being financially wealthy isn't for everyone. But it is for you. This may be one of those projects for you. Not financial advice, but I'm literally going to show you guys. I'm going to put my bag in, come back, show you how successful the project is going, and will continue to go because of how well this community is. Don't take it from me. Be a living testimony. But hey, do your research. Your boy Crypto Magnet.